We would like to personally thank you for all your endless hours of work that you have put in throughout the years for us here at Akron. Also, we would like to thank you for supporting us in all that we do. It means a lot. Thank you.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Seniors, don't panic. We're not going to talk about our senior year together. That's between Father Burt, Mrs. Hasner, and myself. Members of the class of 2013, I consider this a distinct honor and a great privilege to be invited to address you along with your families, friends, and faculty tonight here at your baccalaureate service. I would like to begin by reading a passage from the Bible, Timothy chapter 4, verses 6 through 8. For I am already being poured out like a drink offering, and the time has come for my departure. I have found the good fight. I have finished the race, and I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award me on that day. And not only to me, but to all who has longed for his appearing. I'd like you to imagine tonight that instead of 2013, I would like the year to be 2080. Rather than at the age, say, 18, you are now 85. You are reflecting on your life you have lived. You're looking back on the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, the experiences that have made your life what it is. You might have retired as a highly successful president of a Fortune 500 corporation, or you might have published a novel that has literacy critics and the popular press buzzing about your creativity, or you may have lived a life like most folks do, quietly, without fame and fortune, but with the satisfaction that you have made a difference, that the children you have taught, or the leadership you have exerted, or the love you have gave your family and friends made their lives better and richer for having known you. That's very much what the Apostle Paul is doing in this brief verse I have just read. He's looking back on life and telling his friend Timothy, who is like a son to him, that he's ready to die. I want to suggest that you tonight to think of yourself 70 years from now. What do you want your life story to have lived? What do you want others to say about you? When you come close to the end of your life, what do you want your thoughts and feelings to be as you look back at the 70 or 80 or 90 or more years that you've lived? Paul uses 4 sports images to tell Timothy what he wants him to understand. Not only does this pertain to athletics, but all types of extracurricular activities here at Akron. First, Paul says, I have fought a good fight. Then he says, I have finished the race. Followed by, I have kept the faith. And finally, I have won the trophy. So tonight, I want to look briefly at these 4 sports metaphors, these sports images, and see if you can learn the secrets to living a successful life. Because when you're 85 years old or more, when you know the end is near, it's too late to go back and live your life over again. You got to get it right the first time around. The first thing Paul tells Timothy is, I fought the good fight. Not a dirty fight, not a ruthless fight, not a fight of the gladiators where there were no rules and it was survival of the fittest. No, Paul says, I fought the good fight. A good fight has rules. A good fight has respect for the opponent. A good fight is a test of strength and endurance. A good fight is a fair fight. What does that mean to us? That's when we face difficulties, that there are things we have to fight for. There is a right way and a wrong way to state our case, defend our position, make a point. Life has rules, and a successful life is a life that follows the rules, respect of others, and fights fair. Many of you have spent the last 12 years together as classmates and friends. You've had many opportunities to fight a good fight. From CBA basketball in grade school, junior high sports, trying out for the lead roles in school musicals, to play in high school sports. You may not always have come up on top, but hopefully you can say that you always played fair and did your best. You were strong, determined, courage, and tough. But you were also fair, respectful, and honest. You can say you have fought a good fight. Second, Paul said, I finished the race. When the other apostles and the followers of Jesus were criticizing Paul, Paul defended himself by saying that Jesus himself called him. He didn't quit. Paul finished the race. And he completed the task. Paul did what God called him to do. He ran the race. He entered until the end. He finished. Don't quit. When life gets tough in the next 4 years at college, don't quit. When the task seems too hard and the days seem too long, don't quit. When you're not sure if you made the right choice for your future career, don't quit. When you are feeling the pressure of studying for the big test, don't quit. If your choice in college doesn't follow your plans, change college, but don't quit. It's obvious the class of 2013 are not quitters. Look at what they've accomplished. Golf state finals, 2 years in a row. Football semifinals. Interactive video presentation on school services. Boys basketball Sweet 16 3 times. Girls basketball state champions back to back. Ad picks, past and present award winners for supporting actor, best rewrite, leading male, and best musical presentation. And yes, they're still going on. Boys baseball regional champ, last 3 years in a row. Don't quit. Finish the race. Do what God has called you to do. Thirdly, Paul says, keep the faith. Your faith journey began with your parents. They have raised you with a strong faith foundation. It began many of years ago at baptism. Your parents and godparents wanted you to begin to know Jesus at an early age. Not many of us remember our baptisms, but it was our welcoming into a very special faith family. The faith family continued to be there for you as you received the sacraments of reconciliation and the Eucharist. My hope for you is that you continue to receive these two sacraments even as you go off to college in a different city and state. Don't worry what others might think. Keep the faith. It will sustain you through the difficult times. The sacrament of confirmation that you received when you were sophomores and juniors was your personal invitation from God to continue your faith as young adults. Go out into the world and be a beacon of His light. Help those in need. Be an active member in your church, whether it is here in Freeport or on your college campuses. Don't leave Jesus behind as you move on. Keep the faith. Reflect on your accomplishments for a moment. You don't think faith has something to do with those? You have many more opportunities ahead of you, and your faith will always be there to help you when you aren't sure if you can achieve those accomplishments. And finally, Paul says, now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness with the Lord, the righteous God, the righteous judge, will award me on that day. And not only to me, but also to all that have longed for his appearing. I have won the trophy. Friday, you're going to receive your trophy, your high school diploma. It comes with knowing that you fought a good fight, finished the race, kept the faith with your team, your classmates, and Jesus. But Paul was quickly to say, but it's not just for me. It's for everyone who has been on Jesus' team, who has run to the race to the end, who has fought a good fight, who wants to see their leader, their coach, Jesus again. It's for anybody who does what I did and lives the life of God. Your family and teachers were also a part of your team. We take pride in knowing that as you finish one race, you are well prepared and ready to enter the next phase of your life, a new race. As you go through the next 5, 10, 20, or 40 years, remember to set your goals for one last trophy. The greatest trophy one can receive, the crown of righteousness, which God will award you as you enter the gates of heaven. You will have reached your goal of a successful life. In conclusion, I want to thank the class of 2013 for this opportunity to share with you at your baccalaureate. And I would like to leave you with one final prayer. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall soft upon your field. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. 2 final thoughts. 1, seniors, I really can't tell you what our guest speaker talked about at my senior baccalaureate, so I'm not worried. It's in pieces you probably picked up. The second thought is when I lost my father. He told me one thing to always remember, and I carry this in my pocket. It says, I carry a cross in my pocket, a simple reminder to me of the fact that I am a Christian, no matter where I may be. Godspeed, class of 2013. Best of luck to you.